Hey guys, this is Renegade. Today we're going to be bringing you another video on the Astro A40s. This has been pretty well requested from the 40s versus 50s review. And first of all, I just want to thank all you guys who have actually gone through and watched that. I've got over 200 views already, which is huge to me. I know that's not big in comparison with some of these other channels, but for just starting out, I'm loving that number. So here we go. Okay, so we are going to start with our in-depth review here. To give you guys a quick overview of the headset again, if you didn't get a chance to see the A40 versus 50 video, just to show you, the faceplates do come off. They're simple magnets. They got 4 magnets on there. I don't know if you, yeah, there you go. They just stick right on there. Face up, they kind of show you can put them on either way if it's the solid one. So, I don't know. However, if you're a rebel and you want to do it that way, great. The mic has 2 different sides there, so I don't know if you saw that when I popped this one off. You can put it on either side, and it makes a pretty solid sound. You know what's in there and it's connected. We'll pull both of those out and attach the faceplates back there. The other thing I wanted to go over real quick is the Mixamp itself. So I didn't really go in depth with this before, but the mute button actually lights up. I did point that out on the box, but I didn't show you guys when I actually plugged it into the controller. So it lights up red. You know that your mic is muted, so you don't have to worry. Go, oh crap, was I muted when I said that? You know, when you read it out. So you just click it again, it shuts off. So it makes it pretty apparent that you're muted. The other thing is the Mixamp itself. So you can see kind of the light, and that shows you the volume level at what you have it to. So for instance here, if we want voice, the way I usually play, honestly, is I have voice turned all the way to the left, 1 click in for game volume, and I have this turned all the way up. And that supplies more than enough actual game sound to the headset, and it gives me enough volume for my chat that I can actually hear everybody in the party. So the other thing I want to go over with you guys is the EQ modes. So it's on standard right now. We're going to click it once and it's going to go into pro mode, that middle mode there. And 3 is going to be Astro mode. And then just to show you standard mode here, it goes back. And then your volume again. So just to kind of show you guys, it's fully controlled by the scroll wheel. So the pro mode is going to give you a more contrast if you're playing. So you're going to hear those reloads. If somebody's running around behind you, trying to sneak up and get you, you know, you'll be able to hear them. You'll see them coming from a mile away. The Astro mode is going to give you a better bass. So it's actually recommended that you're listening to some form of media or watching movies or something like that for that mode. That's where that's going to come in handy the most. You can obviously use any mode however you see fit, whichever one you prefer. The standard mode is it's going to be best represented with how your TV normally sounds when you're playing. So just think of your TV speakers in the headset if you want standard mode. And the other thing I wanted to go over is the faceplates, or tags as Astro refers to them. They have other ones that are available. So if you lose a faceplate or you decide you want to customize a little bit, you can get their pre-made ones that feature a lot of the top games that are out there. Halo, they had Watch Dogs on there. They have a lot of just kind of funny avatar ones that you can purchase as well. And those go for about 25 bucks a set. You can also make your own custom ones. They start with a base color of black or white, and you can upload your own symbol or emblem to them, depending on if you're a clan, if you're a YouTuber and you want to upload your symbol. I've actually thought about doing that myself. You can do it. They do charge about 30 bucks. It can add up based on your design, but just for a regular basic package, it starts at 30 bucks. So that's something to kind of keep in mind for you guys. The other thing I want to go over here is the actual headset itself. The rest, they've actually changed this out a little bit from the 50s. Now, I haven't gamed as much on these, but this has been my primary headset since I picked them up. This is a lot more meshier, and it actually comes back out a lot better than the 50s. Even though the 50s have been sitting on that stand, I still feel like those have a little more support, and they're actually a lot more comfortable to wear. The ear cups are over ear, so your ears are pretty engulfed in them. I don't know if I have small ears or average, but they fit in without too much of an issue. And honestly, these are some of the most comfortable headphones I've ever worn, especially for gaming long periods of time. Max of about 6 hours is usually the regular time in between that, and some breaks here and there. You know how it is. So the other thing I want to talk about is the different editions of the A40s. So the ones that I have obviously are going to be for the Xbox One. You can see that on the box. You can tell by the Xbox One controller and the Mixamp, obviously. These can be used on PC and Mac as well. You will need an Xbox One controller to use the Mixamp, obviously. So if you're playing on PC, it is going to need to be a Xbox One controller compatible game in order to use the Mixamp. Obviously, you can use the MP3 jack or the 3.5 millimeter jack for just sound, but if you want to communicate, you can set it up through the Xbox One controller. It is kind of a pain, but it is possible. So that's something to keep in mind. This is also going to be the only controller that is almost completely wireless aside from the cable that goes into the controller. Other than that, there's no wires. You don't need to plug anything into the console. You don't need to plug any special Mixamp cable in or anything like that. It's all hooked up straight to the controller. So that was one thing they did that was really cool with the M80 Mixamp redesign for the Xbox One. Now the other edition, the TR edition or tournament edition of the A40 headset, is going to come with that standard rectangular Mixamp that's about, I mean, if you can complete that rectangle with the other hand, that would be about the size of the Mixamp. That's going to give you that big dial for volume control. You have the Dolby mixer on there, so you can actually configure that, and you can go in and configure your EQ modes as well. You will not be able to do that on this edition of the A40, so that is a little bit of a bummer there, but the preset modes are actually pretty good. The other thing with them is they are compatible with every other console, so that's going to include PlayStation 3, 4, the 360, PC, and Mac, and those are probably going to be the ideal ones for the PC and Mac due to the fact that they are going to be plugged in, so you can use the mic, not have to go in and configure it with an Xbox One controller, or be stuck with whatever the Xbox One controller games that are compatible that you like to play are. So it's going to be a little more versatile in that aspect. My only pet peeve with this headset is it does not have Dolby 7.1 digital surround built into the Mixamp on the controller. While the sound is still excellent, I do kind of miss that from the A50s to this. Game sound is spectacular, and I'm actually going to get a clip up for you now so that you guys can experience it for yourselves.
Is the last of the war mines. They were the greatest defense systems ever devised. A massive network of satellites and doomsday weapons built to protect humanity. Crota's army gathers near one of the war mine's hidden bunkers. We cannot let the Hive destroy Rasputin, or worse, control him. They found a way inside. Don't let them reach Rasputin.
Okay, so coming back from that, hopefully you guys were able to experience that pretty well. It sounds pretty good. I mean, they get very loud, and when they're on your head, they're even better. Like, honestly, if you get the chance to pick some up or try some out from a friend or another family member or something like that, do it and just test them, see how you like them. They sound amazing, honestly. And like I said, this is now my primary headset. I use this for my Xbox One gaming. It's my go-to. The other thing, the final thing I actually want to talk to you guys about is going to be the colors that are available for the Xbox One. I don't know what all is available for the PlayStation and the 360 and PC editions, but for the Xbox One, you're going to have a white and blue, so it's going to be a little bit different offset than this gray and blue edition that I have. They also carry an orange and black, and then the gray and blue Halo 5 edition that I have now. So they have all three available on the website right now. I don't know if the Halo 5 edition is going to be a limited quantity. I would assume so because it is a special edition. So if you decide you want to pick some of these up after this, I'll leave a link in the description for you guys just to click straight to it. They also have them available on Amazon and BestBuy.com, so I'll leave links to those as well. One thing I didn't get into about the cost between both headsets is the A40 TR or Tournament Edition for the PC, Mac, PlayStation 3 and 4 do cost $250, while the A40s with the M80 Mixamp for the Xbox One are only $200. So that is another thing to keep in mind. If you're primarily a console gamer and you play on the Xbox One, you may want to look into getting this edition over the A40 Tournament Edition. So it's something else to keep in mind. Now they do have other colors available in stores, obviously, and you will be able to pick those up as well. So you can browse around the Astro website and check that out, and pick a color, mess around with a faceplate customizer, tag customizer, and just kind of see how cool it is. You can really customize these to your liking. So if you got a clan or something like that, you want to show some support, create your own custom tag plates and show some love. I mean, it's pretty cool. So hopefully you guys like this in-depth review for the A40s. I know a couple of you were really anticipating it. And again, leave a like, leave a comment. If there's something that you want to see or you want me to go more in-depth on this, for sure let me know in the comments. And if you want to see more, go ahead and click that subscribe button. That'll let you know when I get a new video up. So if you leave a comment and you wanted to see something specific, it'll let you know as soon as I get that video up so you can come check it out. So again, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. This has been Renegade Gamer. Have a good one.